Okay. Keep silent, students. Good morning, dear students.
Good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning.
Good morning, human. Okay. Everybody is here today. Who are absent today's lesson? Who are? Okay.
All are ready.
Only one student is absent today. So what was your contrast for today and what we learned last lesson? Let's start. So last lesson we learned about adjectives which are describing for people and emotions, friendship. Yes? Okay. Who wants to tell about them? Let Hannah, please.
Well, now I want to talk about qualities and the positive, negative sides of person. Every person has a unique personality made up different like qualities. Some of them are positive and some of them are negative. For example, when we say positive sides of a person, when we say kind means who is always ready to help others, and it is positive quality. And when we say, for example, when we say rude, who is not polite or not kind to others.
Okay. Thank you. Like for me, message. So, any volunteers?
Describing appearance mannerisms. Well, when we met someone, the first thing we noticed that they body type, face, eyes, or the clothing style. For example, a person who might be tall, short, slim, or muscular. Their face might be round, oval, or square, and also the colors like green and yellow. And clothing also says a lot about the person. And while others prefer formal or sporty, and others prefer casual. Well, when it comes to mannerisms, mannerisms show the person's habits and personality. For example, when the person feel nervous, they play their hairs quickly and frequently. For example, and also they tap their fingers when they are bored. And by mannerisms, we can understand the people's characters and habits and personalities.
Okay. Thank you. So, who wants to add any opinions to the last words? Yes. So you may.
Okay. When we talk about someone's personality and character, let's say we are describing what makes them who they are on the inside. Okay. Personality is how a person tends to behave. Some people may be outgoing or talkative, while others are quiet and reserved. And character, on the other hand, is about the person's morals, like being honest, kind, and other things. For example, a person can be cheerful and friendly, which means their personality, but they can be loyal and trustworthy in terms of their character. After all, it's just not about what people say or do. It's about how they treat or handle with other people. And that's all I
So the best of the last topic we got emotion and the reactions. And when it comes to emotion is the impulse of human behavior to the response to someone's. Well, we got another several emotions like frowning, being happy, the calming. So the emotion that human nature should repress the emotion, they should be rational because if the person becomes irrational, it can lead to bad ramifications, and after that, people gonna need to pay for the things that they didn't think about before doing it. And for example, let's say that being irrational as a rider and a horse. Like being irrational emotion, we take the emotion as a horse. If we didn't hold tightly the rein to horse, it can lead to any vessel. it just like it leads to the bad consequences, or if we hold it very, very tightly, we can repress it and we can avoid such kinds of consequences.
Okay, thank you for your opinions, Mavzu. You please, Azamat.
So another thing which we should add about it was like negative emotions, negative feelings, we can say. So what are they? Negative feelings is like describes negative feelings can describe any feeling which makes you like miserable, which makes you sad or sad, and it is like so bad. Why? The reason is that when you miserable or when you sad or when you have anger, it like just reduces your self-confidence, reduces your self-esteem, and like makes you lose your yourself. And this also like depends on your who they meet. And like if you like a sad, let's say, it can affect your all of your work, all of your like style, like for who to your body. What I'm gonna tell about like telling us this like if you like let's say like if you're just feeling from something and you cannot just complete your work because your focus will be on that thing from which you're feeling. Like or you can be like you can have like an entity or like you can have like other things also like bad feelings. So more thing like how you can avoid kind of these feelings from the like negative emotions. You have to relax. You have to do exercises. You have to let yourself like to be calm. And what kind of exercise you can do? You can do like yoga. Or you can do like Ayurvedic exercises. And when it comes to the relax, you have to like walk with your friend, talk, give your like feelings and that kind of things.
Okay, very nice. Thank you. So, any volunteers? Madina, please.
Friendship and friends forever. Nowadays, people have strong tendency to put a friendship and a relationship. Because of having many reasons, we are human and we come across different kinds of situations during our life, like ups and downs. The time we share our problems with our relationship and friends. Not only nowadays, but also past time, our ancestors coexist during the past time, and they can share their emotions and problems, and they discuss and give advice, some kind of problems and others. And when we make friends during our lives, they can improve our minds because we can get some emotions and effectiveness our life. At the time, we improve our brain capacity and others, especially we can come across tough times. They can give advice how to release and how give up their problems and others. And the relationship and friends are play crucial role for our life.
Okay, very nice. Good job. You may sit. Martina, okay, last lesson we learned about positiveness and negativeness of the people and characters and mannerisms. Yes? No? We aim to learn about idioms for describing people or character or feelings. Yes? And there are some there are given some idioms for us. Okay, with pictures. So, so we need to learn about idioms. So first of all, before starting to learn English idioms for describing, we need to pay attention what is an idiom. Okay, so let's learn about what is an idiom. An idiom is a group of words or sayings that has a figurative meaning that's different from the words say use it. Okay, it doesn't mean what it literally says. So when someone says that it's raining cats and dogs, yes, so it has a figurative meaning. What does it mean? We may say means is it is what raining heavily, not that animals are falling from the sky. Yes, in this area we can see we are understand what figurative meaning of used words. So there are some idioms given for us as an example. So first of all, on the same wavelength, so to have a shared understanding or perspective. And the next, push the envelope to go beyond the usual boundaries or limits. And there are also other idioms. Who wants to read these idioms?
Can I?
Yes, Aziz.
Okay, the first idiom is on the same wavelength, which means that to have a shared understanding or perspective. The second one, push the envelope. This means that to go beyond the usual boundaries or limits. The third one, hit the reset button. Hit the reset button means to start over or try again from the beginning. A wolf in sheep's clothing. Someone who appears harmless, but it's actually dangerous. The last one, as stubborn as a mule. Someone who is very stubborn and refuses to change their mind.
Okay, nice. So these idioms for us given for us as an example. So there are some types of idioms according to usage sound. Yes. There are 5 types of idioms for describing feelings. Okay, so first of all, describing for anger, for love, and sadness and disappointment, and idioms for describing success and failure, and last one is agreement and confusion. So idioms to express anger and frustration. So what are they? And fly off the handle. So, fly off the handle, the first
idiom.
yes, first idiom. The second idiom is blow a fuse or see red, go ballistic, make my blood boil. These are idioms used for describing of anger. Okay, so what does it mean? Fly off the handle. My dad flies off the handle whenever someone criticizes his cooking. This is what for describing we may use fly off the handle. Okay? Cahil çıkmaq mənasında işlətişimiz mümkün ikəni. Demək, ikincisi xoş. Fly off the handle. Blow a fuse. My boss blow a fuse when he found out that I accidentally deleted an important file from our system. Yani blow a fuse. What does it mean?
Make a person angry.
So, but there is a origin of this idiom. When an electrical system cannot handle the amount of electricity flowing through it, it causes a fuse to blow and the power shuts off. When a fuse blows in your house, it needs to be reset in order to restore the power. Okay, this is the origin of blow a fuse. Besides that, we have seeing red. What does it mean, this phrase? Seeing red.
Seeing red, bu da anlamda söyledi. Kızı. Evet, benim canım çıkıyor.
Okay, getting reddish, yes? Seeing red. So it is also used for describing feelings of anger. Okay, so the next, go ballistic.
Go ballistic.
So,
It's also a kind of anger expression. When someone goes ballistic, it means that someone just becomes very angry at something.
very nice. So, The next idiom makes my blood boiling. So makes my blood boiling. What does it mean? What does it mean? Yes.
Make someone
Angry also.
angry. Yeah.
Make someone
Angry.
angry. Okay. So idioms to express sadness or disappointment, they're given. So if you are not feeling the happy, these idioms can help you put your emotions into words. So look at them: feeling blue, down in the dumps, crying over spilled milk, rain on someone's parade, break someone's heart. These phrases used to describing disappointment. So feeling blue, what does it mean?
Feeling blue.
Yes.
Feeling
Feel
feeling sick.
Feel. Okay, it can be synonym with seeing red. Yes.
Yeah.
Below we learned about it. So the next phrase is down in the dumps. Down in the dumps. What does it mean and why we use this word? I'm sorry, I can't come out tonight. I'm just feeling down in the dumps. So think about a garbage dump or landfill where unwanted things are abandoned and forgotten. Okay, so they're given pictures for describing. Okay, in order to describe such kind of situations, we may use these phrases. So, crying over spilled milk. This is also used for describing disappointment. Yes. So next, this is really helpful for you. So describing love. Yeah. In order to describe love, what idioms can we use? Okay, so have a crush on someone, head over the heels, sweep off your feet, heart skips a beat, and the apple of my eye. These phrases used for describing love and friendship. Okay, so let's learn about the origin and the meaning of have a crush on someone. Okay. Ever since I met Sarah in class, I can't stop thinking about her. I think I have a crush on her. So suddenly, love described with which idioms have a crush on someone. So when you have a crush on someone, it means you like them. You might think about them a lot or daydream about being with them. So. And you feel yourself somehow excited, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. This picture describes the idioms and idioms describes this picture. So, okay. Heart skips a beat. Who wants to read this?
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay. Heart skips a beat. Just said, I was walking down the street when I saw my old crush from high school. My heart skipped a beat. That's which
Can you
means
describe
that fall in love with someone.
Okay. Fall in love with someone. The famous idiom among people fall in love, yes? But we don't know about these phrases. With the help of this lesson, you may learn about this. And please, students, listen attentively. After the presentation, I have an activity related with the presentation, okay? Head over heels. What does it mean? Head over heels. Ramzin, you may read and give some explanations.
Head over heels. This idioms means to deeply in love with someone. For example, let's look at the example. When Sarah met John, she fell head over heels
Yeah.
in love with him. She couldn't stop thinking about him. So it means she just multiplied the sentences instead of this, I would rather to just cloud. That's all. Like, don't multiply the words.
Always thinking about somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay, slip of your feet. The next, please.
Sweat off your feet. I was excited to fall in love so quickly, but when I met John, we sweat me off my feet. This one is similar to head our heels because it's used to describe a situation where someone falls in love. You feel as if you have been lifted off your feet and carried away. It's usually a sudden and unexpected romantic encounter or a gesture that leaves you feeling completely in love.
Romantic relationship with couples, yes? Okay, so next. In order to describe happiness, what kind of idioms we may use? We learned about agreeing, disappointment, and emptiness, love. What about
Success.
success and happiness? What kind of happiness? Describing for happiness, idioms. Do you know?
What?
Idioms.
Idioms. Teacher, you are asking idioms which describe happiness?
Yes, happiness.
Yeah, I think the one idiom that makes which means that makes someone happy is over the moon.
Over the
Yes,
moon.
over the moon.
Over the moon.
On the nice cloud, yes. So
Walking on the air.
walking on air.
In seventh heaven.
In seventh heaven, okay, as
That's the point.
So
Feel on the blue sky.
feel on the both side. Okay, nice.
Yeah,
So
or
On top of the world.
toy.
On top of the world.
Unites cloud and world.
idioms to success or failure. Okay, they are given only 5 examples for describing success or failure. Throw in the towel, hit the jackpot, catch a break, back to the drawing board, bite the ballot. Okay, throw in the towel. What does it mean? After months of trying to fix his old car, Jack finally decided to throw in the towel and buy a new one. Okay, in order to describe success, what idiom can we use? For example, Supra achieved his goal with flying colors. Yes. Okay. He achieved his aim. Okay. So, catching a break. Catching a break. What does it mean? Who wants to read and explain? Madina.
Coach in what I prepared found a last minute ticket to the concert. The idiom originally comes from billiards. After breaking the balls, players can get lucky if the balls come to the right location. That gives them better opportunities to sink the balls, ultimately giving them a better chance at winning. The last stage that we or your want something.
Okay, very nice. So, after given some origins of expressions, by the ballot, what does it mean, Azaman? Can you explain us?
Absolutely.
So as it says, it comes from battlefield, like when in the past when soldiers were given the ballot to bar down on the wild, and when soldiers you will just how to say it, want to like for example, there's an example like I really don't want to work with this weekend, but I'll just have to buy the ball and get it done. Like how to say it, you want to do something, but you have to.
Yes,
On this way, you can use this kind of item.
thank you. So, next, please. Okay, back to the drawing board. Who wants to explain it? Yes.
Okay, here is in my opinion, the last idiom for the failure or success. Back to the drawing board. The idiom originates from the world of engineering and design. The drawing board was a necessary tool and the first step of creating plans and blueprints. which means this idiom is for success. I'm gonna read the example, and I hope you understand. I thought my strategy was perfect, but my boss pointed out some major flaws. So I need to go back to the drawing board. To the drawing board means I need to go to start again, to the starting point.
Okay, nice. So, idioms to express agreement and confusion. So, who wants to read? So, they're given.
The first idiom is on the same page. For example, I'm glad we are on the same page. In this idiom is used from the last someone now you agree with them. Agree with them.
So, you may
We
continue your opinions. So,
agree with someone.
This idiom means agreeing with someone's response or their answers.
Can I say example, teacher?
yes, you may give some examples.
On the same page. For example, when me and Robert decided to go to the lodge,